Coming up on Pop Fusion Live, in this week's Spotlight on Good, rising star Tegan shares her powerful story about overcoming bullying, both on screen and in real life. Her story is next when we come back.
Big shout out to I Ain't No Herb Jackson Studios, where indie filmmakers turn vision into visibility. Whether it's navigating the festival circuit or leveling up your social promo, they're all about elevating storytellers. Learn more at IAin'tNoHerbJacksonStudios.com.
Welcome back. Let's get into it as we talk to my next guest, Tegan, who shares her powerful story about overcoming bullying, both on screen and in real life.
Yeah, so Aguska is a short film about bullying, and it hones in on Melissa's sort of the destructive behaviour of how she gets bullied at school and, at the football pitch, actually. And Mel is quite a quiet, thoughtful and reserved character. She's not very spontaneous, and she's quite happy to be with her family, and she absolutely loves playing football, which is where the story takes place. But her passion for football is not received very well, and people tend to, her team players bully her for not being as good as she could be. And so the whole team is united at the end, and she overcomes the bullies and stands up to them for herself, and eventually she wins. And even though she got knocked down, she got back up again, and her friends helped her along the way. And it's very interesting because even though she was bullied, on the pitch, her family spot it, and they see that she's upset, and it's very tricky for her. But yeah, everyone is united at the end.
That is so beautiful. That really sounds like such a strong story of like overcoming and resilience. And specifically, I know with your journey that you were bullied as well. What drew you to her character, and how was her character relatable to you?
Absolutely. So, when I auditioned for the role, I personally could relate to Melissa because my experience at school, unfortunately, I was bullied and picked on. It did start on the football pitch, but it didn't just end there. It went to the classroom and then progressed inside school and outside of school and on social media as well. So in terms of being able to relate to Melissa, absolutely a lot. I could absolutely resonate with her when I was acting, and I didn't really have to act very much, and it was quite a sensitive topic for me, but you sort of have to put yourself in the other character's shoes because you're not fully playing yourself. But I'd say experiencing the bullying, it's made me absolutely so much more determined, and I want to make things better for other people. So to tell those stories as an actor, not necessarily my own stories, but other people's stories, it's made me definitely more resilient to bring people's stories and other voices to the forefront.
That is so brave of you to do that. I know it's hard going through personal experiences in life, but the fact that you were able to put that aside for a second and do this film and really be involved in this character to inspire a generation, that's incredible. So kudos to you for doing that. And
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, I know that even your character, you were mentioning like family was a big part of her overcoming what she went through. Was family a big part for you too?
Absolutely. I had a big support network at home, and I think it's so important to embrace that, the support network of family and friends around you. So I had my mum and my dad and my immediate family supporting me. So I was able to talk about it with them, just like Melissa. Her family they found that it was happening to her, but she was able to rely on her friends, and they noticed it was happening. So it's really important to have that family sort of support around you and find someone to talk to who you can trust. And in the film, Melissa gets the most humongous hug from Patrick Carter, her granddad, played by Simon Callow, and he's a fantastic actor. So it was really a privilege to be able to work with him, and such an incredible cast as well, featuring Dunstan Bruce, the anarcho pop band, Chumbawamba, which his song Tub Thumping featured in our film, and it was brilliant to be able to sing about it, because it relates so much to Melissa's character about getting knocked down, you get straight back up again. And 5 times freestyle world champion Aguska, hence the title of the film, and she sort of united the team at the end. And also Ashley Lawrence, who's in the Chelsea Women's Football Club team. So it was very brilliant to be able to work with all of them to raise awareness about bullying.
That's so beautiful. And actually, I was going to ask you that. And I love that when you were talking about working on the film, like literally your face like lit up just now. I love that so much. And what do you hope that people, and kids in particular, who are going through like Melissa's journey and your journey, what do you hope they take away from the film?
They need to, always speak up and never keep it inside yourself. If you feel you're being bullied, always speak up and reach out to people. But most importantly, never let the bullies get to you. And having that close friend and support network is really pivotal. And just like Melissa did with her teammates, all of her friends reached out to her.
Honestly, I'm so inspired by this film because not only does it show the pain of bullying in sports, it shows how we can actually stop it. That message really stuck with me. To learn more about this film, take a look at the info on our screen. Well, that's a wrap on this Pop Fusion Live episode. Until next time, keep spreading positivity and pop culture with a purpose. See you next time. Bye.